headlines. Sleuths of Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) search residences of suspended SP. Inspector of National Investigation Agency (NIA) booked in extortion case. We will not be responsible for anything that happens to Meitei people in Mizoram, cautions Mizo Zirlai Paul. Thadao Students Association condemns Mizo Zirla Paul for criticizing N. Biren Singh's BJP administration for allegedly attempting to remove Zo people from their lands. Kokomi appeals government of Manipur to earnestly initiate all necessary formalities to pursue Center for National Register of Citizens (NRC). Bijoy Kaching Tabam of Poknapam elected president of Amju after defeating Wangkim Cha Samjai in Union Election 2023. Dr. Guru Aribam Sunil Kumar Sharma appointed Director of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS Impal. And NCP President Sharad Pawar steps down from party post, decides not to contest elections in future. Hello and welcome. You're watching IS English News. Before we begin at IS News, we'd like to remind our viewers to practice physical distancing, hand hygiene, wear masks, protect yourself, and get vaccinated to ward off the virus. Now the news in a bit more detail. Sleuths of the Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) on Tuesday, May 2nd, searched the residences of the suspended SP and inspector of the National Investigation Agency (NIA), who were booked in an extortion case. The CBI booked NIA SP Vishal Garg and Inspector Rajiv Khan, both posted in Imphal, for allegedly collecting huge amounts of money from Manipur residents by threatening to falsely implicate them in NIA cases. According to reports, the CBI conducted searches in at least 3 locations in connection with the case on Tuesday, that is May 2nd. The searched locations include residences of suspended NIA SP Vishal Garg at Faridabad in Haryana and Inspector Rajiv Khan at Imphal in Manipur. The SBI sleuths seized many incriminating records following the searches at the residences of the NIA SP and inspector at Faridabad and Imphal in Manipur, respectively. It may be mentioned here that the CBI will also issue notices to the people who were allegedly forced to pay extortion money to the suspended NIA officers. The 2 accused officials of the NIA allegedly used to summon people in Imphal, that is the capital of Manipur, on the pretext of questioning them, but instead extorted money from them. The CBI registered the case after receiving a complaint, a copy of which is now part of the FIR, from Sudhanshu Shekhar Shukla, Deputy Superintendent, NIA Headquarters in New Delhi. Shukla said in the complaint, quote, information was received from sources that then Imphal SP Garg, along with Inspector Rajiv Khan, was collecting a huge amount of money from residents of Manipur by threatening to falsely implicate them in NIA cases, unquote. Last month, Garg was suspended on the recommendation of NIA Director General Dinkar Gupta following a complaint of bribery against the officer. Notably, Garg was part of the team that investigated Hindutva terror cases and was directly involved in the probes into the 2007 Samjhauta Express blasts and the Mecca Masjid blasts of Hyderabad. Garg belonged to the BSF but was absorbed into the NIA in 2015. Mizoram's leading students' organization, Mizo Zirla Paul MZP, said on Sunday that it was closely watching the situation in Manipur and condemned N. Biren Singh's BJP administration for allegedly attempting to remove the Zo people from their lands. The outbreak of violence in the Kuki majority hill area of Churachandpur began on Thursday evening with the torching of Singh's scheduled event location. On April 30, the violence subsided. Quote, the origin of these problems is the Manipur government's attempts to evict ethnic Zo people from their various settlements so that their lands can be taken from them and these tribal lands can be declared reserved forest, protected forest, wildlife sanctuaries, and wetlands, unquote, the MZP said in a statement. Quote, the MZP strongly condemns Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh's government's actions against ethnic Zo people. The MZP is of the opinion that the Manipur Chief Minister's initiatives are inimical to Northeast unity, the MZP said. Quote, while the inner line permit ILP is required for non-Mizoram residents, we never demand it from or create problems for Manipur, Meitei people whom we treat without discrimination, unquote. The MZP has been and allegedly will continue to promote unity among ethnic Zo people because it wants to preserve the brother-sisterhood of the community. Quote, despite this, the Manipur government is attempting to expel our brothers and sisters who are people of the Northeast from their own villages, and we are unable to accept this. We demand that the Manipur government immediately stop such initiatives that can be detrimental to the Zo people, unquote. Quote, we demand that the Manipur government stops demanding ILP from our ethnic brethren. If the Manipur government continues to take action that is not safe for ethnic Zo people, we will not be responsible for anything that happens to Manipuri Meitei people in Mizoram, the MZP cautioned. An ILP is an official document that allows an Indian citizen to enter a protected region for a specified time. It is in use in Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh, and Manipur. Following an eviction drive and a survey of reserved forests, protected forests, wetlands, and wildlife conducted by the state government, the Kukis in Manipur experienced a sense of insecurity and apprehension. Thadao Students Association TSA on May 1st condemned Mizo Zirlai Paul MZP for criticizing N. Biren's BJP administration for allegedly attempting to remove the Zo people from their lands. In an official statement, the student body said that they are displeased with the MZP GHQ press release in which the BJP government in the state of Manipur, led by Biren Singh, is arbitrarily denounced. Quote, the state government is evicting native tribe people from their homes, but it is not being done with malice. The state government works to preserve and protect wetlands, protected forests, wildlife sanctuaries, and reserved forests in accordance with the laws, regulations, and acts, unquote, the statement added. The Students Association further said that since 2017, Biren Singh has been holding the position of Chief Minister and no new or fresh declaration of reserved and protected forest has been issued. Commenting on the inner line permit ILP in the state of Manipur and Mizoram, it said, quote, it is the duty of both states it is the duty of both state governments to enforce the entry permission in their respective states. The ILP cannot be implemented or eased on the basis of friends, family, or other relationships since it safeguards the indigenous population in each state. It should be noted that the construction of the Mizo Heritage Museum in Churachandpur and the Mizo Ethnic Hut Zawbuk at Sangai Ethnic Park, Moirang, for the Mizo tribe by the Manipur government led by N. Biren Singh is a prime illustration of the Chief Minister serving the interests of the people. It would be wrong, as MZP GHQ believed incorrectly, that the Manipur government wanted to evict its Zo family members, unquote. It further said that the Zo spread across the three countries, India, Myanmar, and Bangladesh. And similarly, the Thadous also spread in these three countries as well as in all the northeastern states of India, including Mizoram. Quote, likewise, the Meitei are also spreading in these three countries and the north, end quote. Coordinating Committee on Manipur Integrity, COCOMI, is deeply concerned with the recent issues regarding the violent activities committed by a certain group from Churachandpur District Headquarters in protest against the eviction drive by Forest Department, Government of Manipur, at K Sonjang Reserve Forest Area under an organization called Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, ITLF, Manipur. Considering all the developments taking into account some of the contentious issues, it is high time that the people of Manipur from across all the groups and ethnicity who have their undoubted allegiance to the state of Manipur and its unity in diversity has many things to ponder upon from the recent incident that took place in Churachandpur since the eviction drive in the reserve forest area being enforced by the Forest Department. Quoting from the press release statements of the so-called Indigenous Tribal Leaders Forum, Manipur, and all Lamka United Youths Declaration of Tribal Lands and Protected Forest, Reserve Forest, Wildlife Sanctuaries, and the like, as well as wetlands, is an attempt to drive tribals out of their ancestral lands. The demolition of churches, without even so much as giving the church time to clear their movable possessions, is nothing but a show of brute force. The policy of establishing historical claims over tribal villages through distorted history, such as that in the Chandrakirti Park, Tonzang, is another nefarious policy to grab tribal lands, unquote. The above statement from the tribal groups lacked any legal basis, as they find it judicious to encroach into the reserve forest area and eviction by the state government as per the existing law of the land, the very law which also gives them the protection, rights, and privileges as a scheduled tribe community in the country. In the eyes of the law, it is illegal at the first place when the group of people trespasses and establishes villages and churches inside the reserve forest area, and not the eviction, which were conducted later after all sort of due procedure as per the established law to protect the forest from exploitations. COCOMI said it again finally appeals to the government of Manipur to earnestly initiate all necessary formalities to pursue the union government for NRC, failing which COCOMI will resort to all forms of agitation. It appealed to the government that all the issues arising out of reserve forest areas, deforestation, unnatural village expansions, massive poppy plantations, never-ending drug trafficking, anti-state activities, and communal hatreds are the creation or conduct of people who do not value the age-old tradition of respecting forests, securing future environmental health, respecting the history of the state, and lack of its allegiance to the state and its idea of peaceful coexistence with a shared future. NRC could be one vital step to resolve some of the major issues in the state.
Manipur Pudong Tiba Togo, Tolu Taragadi, Modugi responsible to Mizo Jedi Polsna, Hyposu, the Mantan Kudu, Low Musu Dulci, Nan, Salatin, Biga Pomdi Tamzi, Duga, government key, Makeda Queen Tamzani, Lady Bakanagumba, Pressure Group of Mananda, the 80 group of Manakaringo, Togokumada, Watukumada, Ho Holy Hydra, Chin and Honabada, Tungi Yangana, Yanaya, and Togo, Maduna Yari, I didn't know you much like Tunda. Lebaksida, Logi Maduna Tobu, Maduda, people sing Suniamasu, Maduda, in a Buhonesi, Hypopoto, a handling swine comes in.
All Manipur Working Journalists Union, AMJU, has elected its new office bearers for the term 2023 to 2025. The biannual election was held yesterday at Manipur Press Club in Imphal. Bijoy Kakching Tabam of Poknapam was elected as president. He defeated his rival Wangkhemcha Shamjai in the election for the post of president. For the Amju Standing Committee, Baisnamayum Sanjoy of Aikhoigi Pantung, Priyo Achom of Morning Bell, Khagokpam Nabukumar of Tom TV, Atokpam Jiten of Sangay Express, Ngangbam Sanjoy of ISTV, Sore Sangbam Sonia of Poknafam, Moirangthem Khagem Bamaitay of Sanalaybak, and Nongthombam Raju of Impact TV were elected as members. The Government of India, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Northeast Section, has appointed Dr. Guru Aribam Sunil Kumar Sharma as the Director of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, Imphal. The appointment has been approved by the Appointment Committee of Cabinet as conveyed through the DOPT order dated 1 May 2023. Dr. Guru Aribam Sunil Kumar Sharma is currently serving as the Director Professor of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology at Vardhaman Mahavir Medical College and Safdarjung Hospital, New Delhi. He has been appointed to the post of Director RIMS, Imphal, on deputation on foreign service, including short-term contract basis, for a period of 5 years. The appointment is effective from the date of assumption of charge of the post or until further orders, or up to the age of superannuation in his parent cadre, whichever is earliest. Dr. Guru Aribam Sunil Kumar Sharma has been requested to join the post of Director RIMS Imphal within 1 month of the issue of this order. His appointment will be regulated by the instructions issued by the Government of India from time to time. The interview for the post was held on December 22nd, 2022. Nationalists Congress Party Chief Sharad Pawar announced his resignation as party leader today, May 2nd. He will not, however, resign from active politics. According to Pawar, a committee would be constituted to decide who will be assigned the job of party chief. He stated that senior members of the panel should include Supriya Sule, Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel, Jayant Patel, Anil Deshmukh, Rajesh Tope, Jagan Bhujbal, and others. Now, Justice A. Bimol Singh, Judge, High Court of Manipur and Executive Chairman, Manipur State Legal Services Authority, Masalsa, and Justice A. Gudeshwar Sarma, Judge, High Court of Manipur and Chairperson, High Court Legal Services Committee, HCLSC, inaugurated the Office of the Legal Aid Defense Counsel System, LADCS, for the District of Bisnupur at Bisnupur Court Complex today. Addressing the gathering, Justice A. Bimol Singh, Judge, High Court of Manipur and Executive Chairman, Manipur State Legal Services Authority, stated that the LADCS aims to provide the free legal aid and assistance to poor and needy individuals with respect to representation, conducting trial and appeals, including all miscellaneous work in all criminal matters. Further, he highlighted that Office of the Legal Aid Defense Counsel System for the state of Manipur were initially implemented for 4 districts, Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, and Bisnupur, where legal aided cases were maximum. Further, for the remaining 5 districts of Senapati, Churachandpur, Ukhrul, Chandel, and Tamenglong, where the legal aided cases are minimal, the legal aid defense counsels, which are recruited for the Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, and Bisnupur, will be utilized on rotational basis as per the requirements. The inaugural program was attended by Letko Kipgen, District and Sessions Judge Bisnupur Ojes Muttum, Member Secretary Masalsa Soni Kumar Nepram, OSD Masalsa Sadananda Sorokhaibam, Additional Member Secretary Masalsa Sharda Yenkom, Chief Judicial Magistrate cum Secretary DLSA Bisnupur Ahanthem Leonid, JMFC CJJD None, along with President and Executive Members of Bisnupur District Bar Association, advocates, Front Office of District Legal Services Authority, staff of Manipur State Legal Services Authority, and District Legal Services Authority, Bisnupur. Mention may be made that LADSC is a scheme under National Legal Services Authority to provide free legal aid to poor, needy people facing criminal cases to defend themselves with respect to representation, conducting trial and appeals, including all miscellaneous work in all criminal matters. The first Dr. Thiam Suresh Literary Award 2023 has been conferred on renowned writer Oinam Tunal, who is popularly known as Chana Lukhoi. This award is instituted by the Patriotic Writers Forum PAWF, Manipur. Wangkai MLA Thangjam Arun Kumar said he will make contributions to the movement of Meitei language, officially known as Manipuri language, to achieve the officially recognized status of the classical language of India. He was speaking during the award distribution event at Banquet Hall located at Kaisampa Junction in Imphal West yesterday. The award carries Rs 10,000, a memento, a citation, and a shawl. MLA Arun Kumar was the chief guest of the function. He condemned Patriotic Writers Forum PAWF Manipur for He commended Patriotic Writers Forum PAWF Manipur for honoring Chana Lukhoi with Dr. Thiam Suresh Literary Award 2023. Chana Lukhoi is a renowned Sumang Lila writer.
Classical language ithati yognu honora ai thawai ngasi lei government se yaw jai supporter amoina ai so ai lowe ya thoda doi lowe ge aina ai maike ge tamjari.
It's now time for a short break. We'll be right back.
Pradhan Mantri Kausal Vikas Yojana PMKVY 4.0 scheme gi makhada hang dyer lang machu sangbagi free training pizagadori. Akaknaba sit masingni ahan balakpa miyoi singda hena khudong chabasu pizagani leifam gi khudong chabasu pizari akupa marol gidamak lengsin biraksi KB Philanthropy 5 Khabam Lamkhai Mantri Pukhi mobile number 8732017957 amadi 8794275386 da contact tobiraknaba ninsingjai.
And welcome back. An Indian Army personnel on May 1st, 2023, CFN Sandeep Kumar lost his life at Daranga Field firing ranges after a blast occurred while he was on sentry duty at the range. He was severely injured due to the explosion and was provided immediate medical aid on the spot by a regimental medical officer available at the range. He was further air evacuated to the base hospital in Guwahati, where he succumbed to his injuries. CFN Sandeep Kumar belonged to Mandi district in Himachal Pradesh and is survived by his wife and a 1-year-old son. Indian Army expresses condolences and stands firm with the bereaved family of the soldier who lost his life in the incident. An investigation has been ordered to ascertain the facts of this incident. India on Tuesday reported 3,325 new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours, taking the total tally to 44,994 crore. 4,49,52,996. According to the data from the Union Health Ministry, the active cases have dipped to 44,175, comprising of 0.11% of the total infections. The country reported 17 deaths in the last 24 hours, which includes 7 reconciled by Kerala. The fatality rate was recorded at 1.18%. The national recovery rate has been recorded at 98.71%, with a total of 4,43,77,257 people being recuperated from the disease. According to the Health Ministry data, a total of 220.66 crore doses of COVID vaccine have been administered in the country. Now, the International Monetary Fund has said the growth in the dynamic Asia-Pacific region, largely led by India and China, is projected to increase to 4.6% this year from that of 3.8% recorded in 2022. In this regional economic outlook, Asia and Pacific report released on Tuesday, the Washington-based fund said the region would contribute around 70% of global growth. Asia and Pacific will be the most dynamic of the world's major regions in 2023, predominantly driven by the buoyant outlook for China and India, the IMF report said, adding that the 2 largest emerging market economies of the region are expected to contribute around half of the global growth this year, with the rest of Asia and Pacific contributing an additional fifth. Asia's dynamism will be driven primarily by the recovery in China and resilient growth in India, while growth in the rest of Asia is expected to bottom out in 2023 in line with other regions. Meanwhile, IMF said 2023 looks to be a challenging year for the global economy, with global growth decelerating as the effect of monetary policy tightening and Russia's war in Ukraine continue to weigh on economic activity. Also, persistent inflationary pressures and recent financial sector problems in the US and Europe inject additional uncertainty into an already complex economic landscape, it said. Now we'll have a look at some sports news. In IPL cricket, Gujarat Titans and Delhi Capitals will clash today, May 2nd, at Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. The two sides met earlier this season at the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi, where Gujarat Titans registered a 6-wicket win over Delhi Capitals, with Mohammad Shami, Rashid Khan, B. Sai Sudarshan, and David Miller starring for the reigning champions. Now, the two former champions will clash in the reverse fixture at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, which will host its 5th match of the season. Earlier, Royal Challengers Bangalore defeated Lucknow Super Giants by 18 runs at Atal Bihari Vajpayee Ekna Cricket Stadium in Lucknow yesterday. Chasing a target of 127 runs, Lucknow Super Giants were all out for 108 in 19.5 overs. Let's look at headlines once again. Sleuths of Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) search residences of suspended Inspector of National Investigation Agency (NIA) booked an extortion case. We will not be responsible for anything that happens to Meitei people in Mizoram, cautions Mizo Zirlai Paul. Thado Students Association condemns Mizo Zirlai Paul for criticizing N. Biren Singh's BJP administration for allegedly attempting to remove Zo people from their lands. COMI appeals Government of Manipur to earnestly initiate all necessary formalities to pursue Center for National Register of Citizens (NRC). Bijoy Kakching Tabam of Poknapam elected president of Amju after defeating Wangkhemcha Shamjai in union election 2023. Dr. Guru Aribam Sunil Kumar Sharma appointed Director of Regional Institute of Medical Sciences, RIMS, Imphal. NCP President Sharad Pawar steps down from party post, decides not to contest elections in future. That is all we have for now. Thank you for watching. Coming up next is 9 p.m. Manipuri News. Keep watching IS News.